Do You Think We're Normal by Yummy Beefcake, read by The Devil's Advocate 18. Summary. Fuck, why isn't anything working? Chuuya tried kicking down the door to the room they were currently locked in. Dazai sighed, rolling his eyes at the other man. It's an ability. We've entered some sort of subspace. Enjoy. Fuck, why isn't anything working? Chuuya tried kicking down the door to the room they were currently locked in. Dazai sighed, rolling his eyes at the other man. It's an ability. We've entered some sort of subspace. Oh, great. Stuck here with you? Just what I wanted. Chuuya scowled as he stared at Dazai. The brunette seemed oddly calm about their situation. One moment they were pursuing an enemy, next they were transported into this room. The space seemed fairly small. A library. Chuuya turned to Dazai quizzically. So what's the plan? If your ability doesn't work here, how are we going to get out? He hummed and studied his surroundings. To their left was a table with a singular note on top. Find the truth, and only then you can leave. The truth? What does that even mean? Chuuya crossed his arms. This was not an ideal situation. No one outside the subspace had any clue where they had vanished. Perhaps the truth of why we're here in this subspace. That makes a lot of sense, sure. Dazai frowned and walked around the library. There was a window in the corner of the room. He tried prying it open, but to no avail. Eventually, he and Chuuya sat on the comfy couch by said window to think. Alright, so trying to figure out the truth. I was just looking at the books as well. All of them seem to have blank pages cover to cover. I'm guessing the truth is related to both of us. It can't be a coincidence that we're here, Dazai concluded. Chuuya gave him a strange look, but didn't protest. So why us specifically? Dazai shrugged, and in the next instant the window opened and another note flew towards them. Find the truth about yourselves, share what is unspoken. Ugh, this note gave Dazai goosebumps. How was he going to be truthful with Chuuya? The redhead pinched the bridge of his nose and slumped against the couch. Okay, so I guess we have to have a painfully long conversation to get out of here. How do we start? We play two truths and a lie. We used to play that a lot when we were younger. Dazai remembered it very well. Back when they were both in the Port Mafia, they would play two truths and a lie to pass the time, but the game never progressed long enough to get personal. Okay, you start, Chuuya told him. I love dogs, I bother Kunikita at work, and Atsushi is my protege. Be serious, dumbass. You can't say surface level shit or we'll never get out of here. Chuuya glared at him, and Dazai only grinned. Fine. I have numerous stacks of bandages in my dorm. My favorite place to sleep is on the ADA couch, and I love itchy sweaters. Chuuya raised an eyebrow at him. Isn't that one obvious? The lie is you love itchy sweaters. Nope, you're wrong. The lie is the second one. My favorite place to sleep isn't the ADA couch. Dazai gave Chuuya a thumbs up. Why is that one a lie? Also, why the hell you love itchy sweaters? Chuuya asked him incredulously. Well, I love the feeling of wool scratching on my skin. Okay, weirdo. You still haven't answered my first question. My favorite place to sleep is actually on Chuuya's bed. Dazai gazed at Chuuya longingly, a warm look on his face. Chuuya quickly hid his shock and coughed into his hand. I guess it's my turn. He put his hand under his chin, thinking for a second. I still visit the flag's grave. My favorite dog breeds are Pomeranians, and I still read our old text conversations. This is tricky. Dazai thought about it for a moment. It couldn't be the last one. The lie is the third one? Dazai asked, unsure of his answer. Chuuya shook his head. The lie is the second one. My favorite dog breeds are actually golden retrievers. Why do you still read our old text conversations? Dazai was straight to the point. Sometimes I miss you. Miss the times we shared when we were double black, inseparable in the Port Mafia? Chuuya said wholeheartedly. Dazai couldn't believe that answer. He swallowed down the lump in his throat, avoiding the subject. It's my turn again, huh? Let's see. The chilling atmosphere in the subspace didn't help Dazai focus at all. What was even worse was the fact that it had started thundering outside the fake window. Chuuya turned to him in a panic. Are we running out of time? Hopefully not. Let's keep going. Dazai put a hand over Chuuya's and reassuringly caressed his knuckles. I've never met my parents. I hate Mori. And when I was still in the Port Mafia, I murdered a man simply because he slandered your name. Chuuya sat back, his demeanor suddenly shifting to one more serious. The lie is the third one. Surely. Dazai laughed and made an X with his fingers. Wrong again. The lie was the first one. I've met my parents before, but they were horrible people. Wait, so you murdered someone for me? Why? I didn't think you cared so much. Dazai scrunched up his nose, recalling the memory. He was one of the new recruits. I overheard him talking loudly in the hallway, calling you a monster, and it infuriated me. He clasped his hands and didn't finish. It's your turn now, Chuuya. Somewhere along the way, they got closer to each other on the couch, knees brushing against one another and shoulders touching. I like to listen to hard rock. I hate you, and I like hats. I can't seem to spot the lie on this one. The lie is the second one, idiot, and I won't elaborate until after your turn. Chuuya didn't hate him? Dazai didn't have any time to ponder over it. I think this might be our final round, so here goes nothing. I hate crab, I hate dogs, and I'm undoubtedly in love with you, Chuuya. Dazai stared deeply into Chuuya's eyes, squeezing his hand as he moved closer to him. It was silent for a few moments before Chuuya answered. You bastard, the lie is the first one. You love me? Dazai put a finger on his lips. Your turn now, Chuuya. The redhead shook his head and only brought Dazai closer to him. Chuuya's lips quivered as he spoke his next words. I can't think. I love you too. Dazai didn't respond and instead pulled Chuuya in for a kiss. This was all that mattered. Since you're out of things to say, I guess I'm going. I hate working at the ADA. Otasaku was my best friend, and I can't move on from your death, Chuuya. Chuuya didn't say anything, and instead Dazai gave him a bittersweet smile as the exit slowly opened. He moved away from Chuuya and slowly stepped towards the bright door. He looked behind him. The library room disappeared, and instead a plain room greeted him. I hope you enjoyed your experience, Dazai, whatever you dreamed to see. The lady with the subspace ability called out to him. He was already forgotten her name, but he was grateful for her. Thank you, he said. He was about to leave the building, but the lady stopped him. She handed over a box of tissues and laid a comforting hand on his shoulder. Are you all right, dear? You're crying. Dazai had only just noticed the wetness on his cheeks. He took the tissues and wiped them away as if they had never happened in the first place. Dazai left the building, his heart beating heavily in his chest. He looked up at the sun and smiled. I'm sorry I never got to say it to you, Chuuya. I took you for granted. I know you must be looking down at me in disappointment, but I promise I'm getting better. I love you. Alright, that was Do You Think We're Normal by Yummy Beefcake, read by The Devil's Advocate 18. I definitely hope you guys enjoyed this one. This one's really short, but really kind of sad when you think about it. This is definitely Hurt No Comfort, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time, stay safe and have fun out there.